Vandeham Shri Guru Shiyatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vitam Scha Om Agyana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gorva Bishtam Supurakam Gurganarasisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Bande Vishwaguruncha Divyad Bhagavat Prem Noe Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanam Suchandabananam Balarka Shailanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Bandetam Shubharam Mareka Sharanam Nyashishvara Sridharam Manshakapatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. We're reading from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. This was translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Madhya-lila, Chapter 1, the later pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. And I'll start with text number 80. And this is a description of Mahaprabhu's mood of separation, and especially during the Rathayatra, when his mood of seeing Krishna is like that of Srimati Radharani when she saw Krishna or met with Krishna in Kurukshetra. And although she was very close to Krishna there, at the same time she felt much separation because Krishna wasn't dressed as a cowherd boy and he didn't have his flute, but rather he was in royal dress and he was surrounded by soldiers and horses, elephants, and so many wives. So Mahaprabhu expresses Radharani's mood. Say Baba, say Krishna, say Vrindavan, Jabe Pai, Tabe Hoy, Banshita Puran. Thus, meeting with Krishna and thinking of the Vrindavan atmosphere, Radharani longed for Krishna to take her to Vrindavan again, to fulfill her desire in that calm atmosphere. And as I've said before, Nilachala or Jagannath Puri is like Dwarka, and the Gundicha temple, where the Rathayatra goes, is like Vrindavan. So the mood of Mahaprabhu in that Rathayatra is wanting to take Krishna back to Vrindavan, the mood of Radharani. Ahusja te nalina naba padaravindam yogeshvararidi vichintyam agarabodai samsara kupa patitotaranavalam geham jusham api manasi udayat sadhana. The gopis spoke thus: Dear Lord, whose navel is just like a lotus flower, your lotus feet are the only shelter of those who have fallen into the deep well of material existence. Your feet are worshipped and meditated upon by great mystic yogis and highly learned philosophers. We wish that these lotus feet may also be awakened within our hearts, although we are only ordinary persons engaged in household affairs. Tomara chanana mor braja puragari udaya koraye jadi tabe banshapure. The gopis thought, Dear Lord, if your lotus feet again come to our home in Vrindavan, our desires will be fulfilled. Bhagavater Shloka Gudarta Vishara Karunya Rupa Gosai Shloka Koila Loka Bujaya. In one verse, Srila Rupa Goswami has explained the confidential meaning of the verse of Srimad Bhagavatam for the understanding of the general populace. Yate lila rasa prima lod gari vanya parita danya shoni vilasati vrita madhuribi tatrasmabis chatula pashupi vava mudgantarabi samvitas tvam kalaya vadanolasi venur viharam yate lila rasa prima lodgari vanyaparita danyashoni vilasati vrita maturi madhuribi tatrasmabis chatula pashupi bhava mudgantarabi samvitas tvam kalaya varanolasi venur viharam. The gopis continued, Dear Krishna, the fragrance of the mellows of your pastimes is spread throughout the forest of the glorious land of Vrindavan, which is surrounded by the sweetness of the district of Mathura. In the congenial atmosphere of that wonderful land, you may enjoy your pastimes with your flute dancing on your lips, and surrounded by us, the gopis, whose hearts are always enchanted by unpredictable, ecstatic emotions. Emata Mahaprabhu deke Jagannathe, Subhadra Sahita deke Vamshi, Nahi Hate. In this way, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Jagannath, he saw the Lord was with his sister Subhadra. It was not holding a flute in his hand. Now, Subhadra never was in Vrindavan. So, obviously, when you see Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, that is not Vrindavan. Subhadra never was there, and Mahaprabhu is seeing that Krishna is not with his flute, and he's with Subhadra. That means in Dwarka. Tribhanga Sundara Braje Brajendra Nandan Kahan Paba Ebansha Boreanukan. Absorbed in the ecstasy of the gopis, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wished to see Lord Jagannath in his original form as Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, standing in Vrindavan and appearing very beautiful, his body curved in 3 places. His desire to see that form was always increasing. Radhika Unmada Jaiche Uddhava Darshane Udgorna Pralapa Taiche Prabhura Ratri Dine. Just as Srimati Radharani talked inconsistently with a bumblebee in the presence of Uddhava, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his ecstasy talked crazily and inconsistently day and night. So especially in the last 12 years of Mahaprabhu's pastimes, he's talking inconsistently, and he's talking like a madman. Dvarasha Vatsara Sesha Aiche Gonaila Emata Sesha Lila Tri Vidane Koila. The last 12 years of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were passed in his transcendental craziness. Thus he executed his last pastimes in 3 ways. Sanyas Kori Chabish Vatsara Koila Jeje Karma Ananta Paratara Ke Janibe Marma. For the 24 years after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the renounced order, whatever pastimes he executed were unlimited and unfathomable. Who can understand the purport of such pastimes? Udesha Korite Kore Digdarashan Mukya Mukya Lilara Kore Sutraganan. Just to indicate those pastimes, I'm presenting a general survey of the chief pastimes in the form of a synopsis. Pratama Sutra Prabhura Sannyasa Karana Sannyasa Kore Chalila Prabhu Shri Vrindavan. This is the first synopsis. After accepting the sannyas order, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proceeded toward Vrindavan. Primete vivalabhaya nahika smaran radadeshe tindin korila brahman. When proceeding toward Vrindavan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was overwhelmed with ecstatic love for Krishna, and he lost all remembrance of the external world. In this way, he traveled continuously for 3 days in Radhadesh, the country where the Ganges River does not flow. What specifically that refers to, Radhadesh, you can say is more that land which is on the western bank, or which proceeds west from the Ganges. That's Radhadesh. So we could say that where Srila Maharaj and Srila Govinda Maharaj lived, that's also considered part of Radhadesh. That is Hapania and Bamanpar. Nityananda Prabhu Mahaprabhu Bolaya Ganga Tire Loya Aila Jamuna Bolia. First of all, Lord Nityananda bewildered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by bringing him along the bank of the Ganges, saying it was the river Jamuna. Shantipure Acharjara Grihe Agaman Pratama Bhikka Koila Tahan Ratri Sankirtan. After 3 days, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to the house of Advaita Acharya at Shantipur and accepted alms there. This was his first acceptance of alms. At night, he performed congregational chanting there. Now, alms here refers to taking meal. So he hadn't eaten in 3 days. And he was wandering, Mahaprabhu was wandering. He had taken sannyas and he wanted to go to Vrindavan. But he was in ecstasy. He didn't know if it was day or night. And that Nityananda told the cowherd boys there to guide Mahaprabhu towards the Jamuna. Guide Mahaprabhu toward the Ganges, and to tell him, if he asked which way to Vrindavan, to say that it was towards the Ganges. And then when Mahaprabhu came near the Ganges, then Nityananda Prabhu appeared there and told Mahaprabhu that it was the Ganges was the Jamuna and he was near Vrindavan. In the meantime, Advaita Acharya came in a boat to take Mahaprabhu to Shantipur. So after 3 days, Lord Chaitanya came to the house of Advaita Acharya at Shantipur and accepted alms or food there. This was his first acceptance of alms. At night he performed congregational chanting there. So it was the last time that Mahaprabhu would be able to meet with all the devotees in Bengal after he took sannyas. Mata Bhakta Ganer Tahan Korila Milan Sarva Samadana Kori Koila Niladri Gaman. At the house of Advaita Prabhu, he met his mother as well as all the devotees from Mayapur. He adjusted everything and then went to Jagannath Puri. So Mother Sachi asked him not to go to Vrindavan, that they would never hear or see him again. And she said that had already happened with Vishwarup, and that would be the death of her. So she begged Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu agreed to go to Jagannath Puri. Patenana Lila Rasa Deva Darshan Madhavapurir Kata Gopala Stapan. On the way toward Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed many other pastimes. He visited various temples and heard the story about Madhavendra Puri and the installation of Gopal. Kirachori Kata Saki Gopala Vivaran Nityananda Koila Prabhu Danda Banjan. From Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya heard the story of Chir Chori Gopinath and of the witness Gopal. Then Nityananda broke the sannyas rod belonging to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So all these, the pastimes of the Chir Chori Gopinath and of Saki Gopal, they're all in relationship with Madhavendra Puri. Chir Chori Gopinath, that is where the deity of Gopinath stole kheer, which is condensed milk, so that Madhavendra Puri could taste it to offer to his deity of Gopal. And the deity hid the kheer behind his clothes so that the pujari could come and give it to Mahaprabhu. And well, the story of Sakshi Gopal was in relationship with an old Brahmin and a young Brahmin who was serving him in Vrindavan. And that story will be explained in detail later in the Madhya-lila. And it's about how the old Brahmin promised his daughter to the young Brahmin who was serving him so nicely, but the old Brahmin was from an aristocratic family, and the young Brahmin was poor and illiterate, and the family members gave much objection, and how the deity bore witness for his devotee to confirm that the old devotee had promised his daughter's hand in charity. So we'll hear about that later. Kruda hoya eka gela jagannath dekite dekiya murchita hoya parila bhumite. After his sannyas rod was broken by Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu apparently became very angry and left his company to travel alone to the Jagannath temple. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered the Jagannath temple and saw Lord Jagannath, he immediately lost his senses and fell to the floor. Sarvabhauma loya gela apana Pavan tritiya prahare prabhu hoila chaitan. After Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Lord Jagannath in the temple and fell down unconscious, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya took him to his home. The Lord remained unconscious until the afternoon, when he finally regained his consciousness. Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodar Mukunda, Pachayasi, Milisabe, Pailananda. The Lord had left Nityananda's company and had gone alone to the Jagannath temple, but later Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodar, and Mukunda came to see him, and after seeing him, they were very sad. They were very pleased. So this Damodar refers to Damodar Pandit. So these four, Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodar, and Mukunda, were traveling with Mahaprabhu. Tabe Sarvabhauma Prabhu Prashada Korila Apana Ishwara Murti Tare Dekaila. After this incident, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed his mercy upon Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya by showing him his original form as the Lord. Tabeta Korila Prabhu Dakina Gaman Kurmaketre Koila Vasudeva Vimochan. After bestowing mercy upon Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the Lord started for southern India. When he came to Kurmakshetra, he delivered a person named Vasudeva. And that Vasudeva was a leper. Mahaprabhu delivered him, gave him his mercy. Chiyada Nishinge Koila Nishinga Stavan Pate Pate Grame Grame Nama Pravartan. After visiting Kurmakshetra, the Lord visited the South India temple of Jiyada Nrsinga and offered his prayers to Lord Nrsingadev. On his way, he introduced the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in every village. Godavari Tira Bhane, Vrindavana Brahma, Ramananda Roy Saha Tahai Milana. Once the Lord mistook the forest on the bank of the river Godavari to be Vrindavan. In that place he happened to meet Ramananda Roy. Trimala Tripadi, Stana Koila Darshan, Sarvatra Korila Krishna Nama Pracharan. He visited the places known as Tirumala and Tirupati, where he extensively preached the chanting of the Lord's holy name. Tabeta Bashandigane Korila Dalan, Ahobala Nrshingadi Koila Darshan. After visiting the temples of Tirumala and Tirupati, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to subdue some atheists. He then visited the temple of Ahovala Nrsinga. Shriranga Chetra Aila Kavira Tira Shriranga Dekiya Preme Hoila Astira. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to the land of Shriranga Chetra on the bank of the Kaveri, he visited the temple of Sri Ranganath and was there overwhelmed in the ecstasy of love of Godhead. Trimala Bhatera Gare, I said, Sri Ranga Ketra Ila Kavira Tira, Sri Ranga Dekiya Premi, Hoila Astira. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to the land of Sri Rangachetra on the bank of the Kaveri, he visited the temple of Sri Ranganath and was there overwhelmed in the ecstasy of love of Godhead. Trimala Bhatera Gare, Koila Prabhu Bas, Tahai Rohila Prabhu Varsha Charimas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived in the house of Trimalabhata for the 4 months of the rainy season. Sri Vaishnava Trimalabhata Parama Pandit Gosaira Panditya Premi Hoila Bishmita. Sri Trimalabhata was both a member of the Sri Vaishnava community and a learned scholar. Therefore, when he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was both a great scholar and a great devotee of the Lord, he was very much astonished. So Trimalabhata, he's the father of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and also there, I believe his brother is Prabodhananda Saraswati. Chaturmasya Daha Prabhu Sri Vaishnavera Sane Gonaila Nritya Gita Krishna Sankirtane. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed the Chaturmasya months with the Sri Vaishnavas, singing, chanting the holy name, and dancing. Chaturmasyante Puna Dakina Gaman Paramananda Puri Saha Tahai Milana. After the end of Chaturmasya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued traveling throughout South India. At that time, he met Paramananda Puri. Tabe Bharatare Hoite Krishnadas Shara Udar Rama Japi Vipramuke Krishnanama Prachara. After this, Krishnadas, the servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was delivered from the clutches of the Bharataris. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then preached that Lord Krishna's name should also be chanted by Brahmins who were accustomed to chanting Lord Rama's name. Shri Rangapuri Saha Tahai Milana Ramadas Viprara Koila Dukkha Vimochan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then met Shri Rangapuri and mitigated all the sufferings of a Brahmin named Ramadas. that Ramadas was very disturbed because Sita, he's always chanting Rama's name, but he was very disturbed that Sita had been touched by the demon, what is it? Ravana. That the demon Ravana had touched Sita. And then Mahaprabhu showed that Ramadas, that no, that Ravana never touched Sita. He was given a Maya Sita, a false form of Sita, and that but the real Sita never was taken by Ravana. Tatvavadi saha koila tatvera vichar apanake hina buddhi hoila tasavar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also had a discussion with the Tattvavadi community, and the Tattvavadis felt themselves to be inferior Vaishnavas. Ananta Purushottama Sri Janardan Padmanabha Vasudeva Koila Darshan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then visited the Vishnu temples of Anantadev, Purushottama, Sri Janardan, Padmanabha, and Vasudeva. Tabe Prabhu Koila Saptat Talavimochan Setubande Snana Rameshwara Darshan. After that, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered the celebrated Saptatala trees, took his bath at Setubanda Rameshwara, and visited the temple of Lord Shiva known as Rameshwar. So all these subjects will be explained in more detail in the Madhya-lila. What is being presented here is just a quick summary that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has given of Mahaprabhu's travels during the Madhya-lila. And Madhya-lila is principally when Mahaprabhu is traveling during 6 years. He's traveling sometimes to South India, sometimes to Bengal, sometimes to Vrindavan, but in this way. This period is called the Madhya-lila, and what Krishnadas is doing is just making an outline, and then later he'll fill in all the details. Tahai Korila Kurma Purana Shravan Maya Sita Nileka Ravana Tahate Ligan. At Rameshwar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a chance to read the Kurma Purana, in which he discovered that the form of Sita kidnapped by Ravana was not that of the real Sita, but a mere shadow representation, a Maya Sita. Shunya Prabhuranandita Hoilaman Ramadas Viprara Kata Hoila Smaran. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very glad to read about the false Sita, and he remembered the meeting with Ramadas Vipra, who was very sorry that Mother Sita had been kidnapped by Ravana. Say Puratana Patra Agraha Korinila Ramadase Dekaya Dukkha Kandaila. Indeed, Mahaprabhu took the original patras, or the original leaf pages from the Kurma Purana, although the book was very old, and he later showed it to Ramadas Vipra, whose happiness was mitigated. Brahma Samhita Karnamrita Dui Putipaya Dui Pustaka Laya Aila Uttama Janiya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also found 2 other books, namely the Brahma Samhita and Krishna Karnamrita. Knowing these books to be excellent, he took them to present to his devotees. In the olden days, there were no presses, and all the important scriptures were handwritten and kept in large temples. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found the Brahma Samhita and Krishna Karnamrita in handwritten text, and knowing them to be very authoritative, he took them with him to present to his devotees. Of course, he obtained the permission of the temple leaders. Now both the Brahma Samhita and Krishna Karnamrita are available in print with commentaries by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Punarapi Nilachale Gamana Korila Bhaktagane Milia Snana Jatra Dekila. After collecting these books, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Jagannath Puri. At that time, the bathing ceremony of Jagannath was taking place, and he saw it. This is the Snan Yatra. Anabasare Jagannatharana Payadarshan Virahe Allalanatha Korila Gaman. When Jagannath was absent from the temple, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who could not see him, felt separation from Lord Jagannath Puri, felt separation, and left Jagannath Puri to go to a place known as Allalanatha. When Jagannath was absent from the temple, Mahaprabhu, who could not see him, felt separation and left Jagannath Puri to go to a place known as Allalanatha. So that happens after the Snan Yatra in preparation for the Rathayatra, which will come in 15 days. The deity is not seen for some time. It is said that when Snan Yatra means the bathing, when he was being bathed, that he became ill. But actually, during that time, some, using the words of Govindamar, some nourishment is given to the deity, meaning that the deity is prepared and for the Rathayatra. And during those days, well, that deity is not visible. Then Mahaprabhu went during that time to the Allalanatha because he was feeling some separation from the Lord. Bhakta Sani Dina Gata Tahai Rohila Gaurera Bhakta Aishe Samachara Bhaila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained for some days at Allalanatha. In the meantime, he received news that all the devotees from Bengal were coming to Jagannath Puri. Nityananda Sarvabhauma Agraha Korinya Nilachale Aila Mahaprabhu Ke Loya. When the devotees from Bengal arrived at Jagannath Puri, both Nityananda Prabhu and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya greatly endeavored to take Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu back to Jagannath Puri. Virohe Vivala Prabhu Najane Ratri Dine Hinakale Aila Godera Bhaktagane. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finally left Allalanatha to return to Jagannath Puri, he was overwhelmed both day and night due to separation from Jagannath. His lamentation knew no bounds. During this time, all the devotees from different parts of Bengal, and especially from Navadip, arrived in Jagannath Puri. Sabe mili jukti kori kirtana arambila kirtana aveshe prabhur mana stirakoila. After due consideration, all the devotees began chanting the holy name congregationally. Lord Chaitanya's mind was thus pacified by the ecstasy of the chanting. Purve jabe prabhu ramanandere milila nilad chale ashibare Tare Agyadila. Previously, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had been touring South India, he had met Ramananda Roy on the banks of the Godavari. At that time, it had been decided that Ramananda Roy would resign from his post as governor and return to Jagannath Puri to live with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Raja Agyaloya Teho Aila Katadine Ratri Dine Krishna Kata Ramanandar Ran Sane. Upon the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Ramananda Roy took leave of the king and returned to Jagannath Puri. After he arrived, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very much enjoyed talking with him both day and night about Lord Krishna and his pastimes. Kashi Mishre Kripa Pradyumna Mishrade Milan Paramananda Puri Govinda Kashishvara Gaman. After Ramananda Roy's arrival, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed his mercy upon Kashi Mishra and met Pradyumna Mishra and other devotees. At that time, three personalities, Paramananda Puri, Govinda, and Kashishvar, came to see Lord Chaitanya at Jagannath Puri. Okay. After Ramananda Roy's arrival, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed his mercy upon Kashi Mishra and met Pradyumna Mishra and other devotees. At that time, three personalities, Paramananda Puri, Govinda, and Kashishvar, came to see Lord Chaitanya at Jagannath Puri. And Kashishvar and Govinda they were sent by Ishvara Puri to serve Mahaprabhu. They were godbrothers of Mahaprabhu, but Mahaprabhu was reluctant to accept their service, but because they were sent by his guru, he honored the wishes of his guru, of Ishvara Puri. Damodar Swarup Milane Paramananda Shiki Mahite Milan Rai Bhavananda. Eventually there was a meeting with Swarup Damodar, and the Lord became very greatly pleased. Then there was a meeting with Shiki Mahiti and Bhavananda Roy, the father of Ramananda Roy. Goda Hoite Sarva Vaishnavera Agaman Kulina Gram Bashi Sange Pratama Milan. All the devotees from Bengal gradually began arriving at Jagannath Puri. At this time, the residents of Kulinagram also came to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the first time. Naraharidas Arijata Kandabasi Shivananda Sen Sange Milila Sabe Ashi. Eventually Naraharidas and other inhabitants of Kanda, along with Shivananda Sen, also arrived, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met them. Snan Jatra Deki Prabhu Sange Bhaktagan Sabaloya Koila Prabhu Gundicha Marjan. After seeing the bathing ceremony of Lord Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and cleaned Sri Gundicha temple with the assistance of many devotees. Sabha Sange Rathayatra Koila Darshan Ratha Agre Nirchakori Udyane Gaman. After this, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees saw the Rathayatra, the car festival ceremony. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself danced in front of the car, and after dancing, he entered a garden. So today is the day of that Rathayatra, and we are hearing about Rathayatra in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and today that Rathayatra was held in India, Jagannath Puri. A little bit of a reduced scale because everything is still in this stage of lockdown. Pratyaparudrere kripa koila seistane Gaudiya Bhakti Agya Dila Vida Jaradine. In that garden, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed his mercy upon King Pratyapārudra. Afterwards, when the Bengali devotees were about to return home, the Lord gave separate orders to almost every one of them. Mahaprabhu instructed all the devotees about when they return home what they should do. Pratyabda ashibe rata chatra darshane echale chahe bhakta ganera milane Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu desired to meet all the devotees of Bengal every year. Therefore, he ordered them to come to see the Rathayatra festival every year. Sarvabhauma Gare Prabhura Bhikha Paripati Shatira Matako He Jate Randi Haug Shati. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was invited to dine at the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. When he was eating sumptuously, the son-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the husband of his daughter Sati, criticized Mahaprabhu. Because of this, Sati's mother cursed him, praying that Sati would become a widow. In other words, she cursed her son-in-law to die. Varshantaraya Dvaitadi Bhaktiragaman Prabhure Dekite Sabe Korilagaman. At the end of the year, all the devotees from Bengal, headed by Advaitacharya, again came to see the Lord. Indeed, there was a great rush of devotees to Jagannath Puri. Anande Sabare Miya Dena Vashastan Shivananda Sen Kori Sabara Palan. When all the devotees from Bengal arrived, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu allotted them residential quarters, and Shivananda Sen was put in charge of their maintenance. Shivananda Sangayaila Kukura Bhagavan Prabhura Chanana Deke Koila Antardan. A dog accompanied Shivananda Sen and the devotees, and that dog was so fortunate that after seeing the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it was liberated and went back home, back to Godhead. Pate Sarvabhauma Saha Sabaram Milan Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya Kashite Gaman. Everyone met Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya on his way to Varanasi. Prabhure Milila Sarva Vaishnava Asya Jalakrita Koila Prabhu Sabare Loya. After arriving at Jagannath Puri, all the Vaishnavas met with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Later, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sported in the water, taking all the devotees with him. Sabha Loya Koila Gundicha Griha Samarjan Rathayatra Darshane Prabhura Nartan. First, the Lord washed the temple of Gundicha very thoroughly. Then everyone saw the Rathayatra festival and the Lord's dancing before the car. Upavane Koila Prabhu Bibida Bilas Prabhura Abhisheka Koila Vipra Krishnadas. In the garden, along the road from Jagannath Temple to Gundicha, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed various pastimes. A Brahmin named Krishnadas performed the bathing ceremony of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gundicha te nritya ante koila jalakeli hera panchamite dekila lakmi devira keli. After dancing in the Gundicha temple, the Lord sported in the water with his devotees, and on Hera Panchami day, they all saw the activities of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. Krishna Janma Jatrate Prabhu Gopavesha Hoila Dadi Bara Bahitabe Laguda Firaila. Krishna Janma Jatrate Prabhu Gopabesh Hoila Dadibara Bahitabe Laguda Firaila. On Janmashtami, Lord Krishna's birthday, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dressed himself as a cowherd boy. At that time he carried a balance with pots of yogurt and wheeled a rod about. Godera Bhaktagane Tabe Korila Vidai Sangira Bhakta Loya Kore Kirtana Sadai. After this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bade farewell to all the devotees from Gaudadesh, Bengal, and continued chanting with his intimate devotees who constantly remained with him. Vrindavana Jaite Koila Godera Gaman Brata Parudra Koila Pate Vivida Sevan. To visit Vrindavan, the Lord went to Godadesh, Bengal. On the way, King Pratraparudra performed a variety of services to please the Lord. Puri Gosai Sange Bastra Pradana Prasanga Ramananda Rai Aila Bhadraka Parjanta. On the way to Vrindavan via Bengal, there was an incident wherein some cloth was exchanged with Puri Gosai. Sri Ramananda Roy accompanied the Lord as far as the city of Bhadrak. Ashividya Vachaspatir Grihate Rohila Prabhure Dekite Loka Sangata Hoila. When Mahaprabhu reached Vidyanagar, Bengal, on the way to Vrindavan, he stopped at the house of Vidya Vachaspati, who is the brother of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suddenly arrived at his house, great crowds of people arrived, or crowds of people gathered. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached Vidyanagar, Bengal, on the way to Vrindavan, he stopped at the house of Vidya Vachaspati, who is the brother of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suddenly arrived at his house, great crowds of people gathered. Panchadin Deke Lok Nahika Vishram Lokabaye Ratre Prabhu Aila Kuliagram. For 5 consecutive days, all the people gathered to see the Lord, and still there was no end. Out of fear of the crowd, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left at night and went to the town of Kulia, present-day Navadip. So he left the house of Vidya Vachaspati in Vidyanagar. We go there on the 4th day of Parikramas in Bengal. And Mahaprabhu, when he was on his way to Vrindavan, he went through Bengal. First he visited near where Raghunath Das Goswami was staying, in where they have the festival of the Chiradadi Mahotsav. That's in, what's the name of that? Huh? Panihati. In Panihati. And that's where Mahaprabhu went through Orissa, then he went by river past Monteshwara. He arrived at Panihati. Then he went to Vidya Vachaspati's house, where also where Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya was born. That's in Vidyanagar. Then so many crowds came, and then Mahaprabhu disappeared, and next he went to Kuliagram. And Kuliagram is where the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat mud is in Kuliagram. Hearing of the Lord's arrival in Kuliagram, many hundreds of thousands of people came to see him. There was so many people following Mahaprabhu when he went through Bengal. Kuliagramate Prabhu Shuniya Agaman Koti Koti Lok Ashe Koila Narashan. So Koti Koti Lok means millions and millions of people. Kuliagrame Koila Devanandere Prasad Gopala Vibrere Kamaila Sri Vashaparad. The specific acts performed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at this time were showing favor to Devananda Pandit and excusing the Brahman known as Gopal Chapo from the offense he had committed at the lotus feet of Srivas Thakur. Pashandi Nindakashi Parila Charane Aparad Kami Tare Dila Krishna Preme. Many atheists and blasphemers came and fell at the lotus feet of the Lord, and the Lord in return excused them and gave them love of Krishna. So that's why where the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mud is called Aparad Bhanshan Pot, the place where the offenses were forgiven. Vrindavana Jabin Prabhu Shunin Nishingananda Pata Sajaila Mani Payananda. When Nishingananda Brahmachari heard that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go to Vrindavan, he became very pleased and mentally began decorating the way there. So in his mind, Nishingananda Brahmachari is preparing the path, is decorating the road where Mahaprabhu was to travel. Kuliya Nagara Hoite Pata Ratne Bandaila Nivrinta Pushpa Shaya Upare Patila. First, Nishingananda Brahmachari contemplated a broad road starting from the city of Kuliya. He bedecked the road with jewels, upon which he then laid a bed of stemless flowers. Pate Duidike Pushpa Bakulera Shreni Madhye Madhye Dui Pashe Divya Pushkarini. He mentally decorated both sides of the road with bakul flower trees, and at intervals on both sides he placed lakes of a transcendental nature. Ratna Bandha Gata Tahe Prafula Kamala Nanapaki Kolahala Shuddha Samajala. These lakes had bathing places constructed with jewels, and they were filled with blossoming lotus flowers. There were various birds chirping, and the water was exactly like nectar. So this is all being prepared mentally by Nishingananda Brahmachari. Shitala Samira Bahe Nana Gandaloya Kanaira Natashala Parjanta Loila Bandiya. The entire road was surcharged with many cool breezes, which carried the fragrance from various flowers. He carried the construction of this road as far as Kanai Natashala. Age mana nahi chale, napare bandite, pata banda najai, Nishinga hoila bishmite. Within the mind of Nishingananda Brahmachari, the road could not be constructed beyond Kanai Natashala. He could not understand why the road's construction could not be completed, and thus he was astonished. Nischaya Koriya Koheshuna Bhaktagan Ebarana Jabin Prabhu Sri Vrindavan. With great assurance, he then told the devotees that Lord Chaitanya would not go to Vrindavan at that time. Kanayar Natashala Hoite Asiba Firinya Janive Paschat Kohilu Nischaya Kaninya. Nishingananda Brahmachari said, the Lord will go to Kanai Natashala and then will return. All of you will come to know this later, but I now say this with great assurance. Gosai Kuliya Hoite Chalila Brindavan Sange Sahas Rekalok Jata Bhaktagam. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to proceed from Kuliya toward Vrindavan, thousands of men were with him, and all of them were devotees. So many, many persons. So I'm gonna stop at this point, and we'll see why the Lord cannot go any further than Kanai Natashala. Nishingananda Brahmachari is preparing the road ahead of the Lord, but he's saying that he could not prepare the road mentally any further than Kanai Natashala. So he told everyone, you will see that the Lord will not reach Vrindavan at this time. He'll go as far as Kanai Natashala and turn back. But he assured everyone, this will come to, he was positive the Sringananda Brahmachari, although this was all being worshipped within his mind, but he could foresee this. So in our next reading, we'll talk about the Lord going through Ramakeli to Kanainata Shala and why he turns back. So this as predicted by the Sringananda Brahmachari. Okay. Hari Harai Nama Krishna Charavaya Nama Charavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Ganadhana Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Rasa Raguna H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jahoite Vignana Shamishta Puran H.I. Gosai Char Mui Taradas Tasamar Padarenu Mora Panchagras Tader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Janame More Abhilas H.I. Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas Radha Krishna Nitya-lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayama Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudas Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudas Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Jo Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namachar Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Harshavasade Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavad Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishwavaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Dham Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Koladvip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Madharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jul Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Rathayatra Ki Jai. Shri Swarup Damodar Tiruba Mahotsav Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.
Bhakti Pavan Maharaj Ki Jai.